Now we know these are some of the best abstract golf players in the whole world, but I want to know, Danny, where do you go to find all these players?
Well, it was a very, very difficult process. We traveled all over the world, uh, had tryouts all over. People were really excited to try to get into it. Uh, it was the amazing. It's very amazing because uh, it's amazing how it seems to be a hereditary factor for most people to get this skill to be able to play this game so well. Because we have like say the Soltis. You got Dave Soltis, and what are the odds when you're trying out people from all over the world? The husband and wife are both two of the best. So you got Dave and Diane, a couple of the best players in the whole world, and from the same family. And even more amazing than that, you got let's say the Tottens. Jeff and his wife, Jeanette, was fantastic the first year, and she's a little slow, but her wife, and then not only that, her daughter Anna's one of the best in the whole world, and her husband Jeremy. Now, what are the odds of that? And then you got the Mary Lynn Byers, and Jim Byers, her husband. And then what are the odds of this? Her kids, Donnie and Nick, are a couple of the best players in the whole world. Also, Nick is in third place on the money board this year. What are the odds of that? Four from the same family. And then the Jane Curras. I mean, you got Rich Sr. and his wife Connie. I mean, there she is. And she's one of the best in the whole world. And the fantastic thing about this game, it doesn't matter your age. I mean, look at I mean, if you're good enough to beat out Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods tried out for abstract golf, by the way. He wasn't good enough. He couldn't cut it. And plus he would get frustrated. He'd see the course and he'd pace like a tiger, like his name. You know, he'd get all frustrated. He'd hit a rut and he'd lose his cool.
Now, speaking of that, Danny,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
already really answered that question well in depth, that brings me on to the next question.
Yeah.
Who seems to be more frustrated by the roots and everything? You got trees in the way of the holes. Is that what makes this game so loved by the public?
Oh yeah, that's definitely what makes it exciting and challenging. It makes it the toughest golf course in the whole world, so to speak. Probably the person that gets the most frustrated is our youngest player, Little Richie. He'll hit a wheelbarrow and he'll throw his golf club once in a while, but most of all, for the most part, Richie's very focused, and we always say this guy, once he starts getting some of those near misses, he has more near misses than anybody. He's a good player right now. He's, I think, last in the league, but I wouldn't count him out. He was at a rough year last year. He's got nowhere to go but up.
A lot of people who aren't doing very well in this tournament, like Duke, say that a certain somebody's not paying him enough money,
Oh, well,
paying you enough money to do well for him.
all I can say about that is sour grapes. You know, that's all it is. Last year, Duke came third in the league. You didn't hear a peep out of Duke making remarks like that. You know, this year he's struggling, and it's all him hitting the ball. It's his aura and everything else. That's what it is. It's Duke, and he's not doing it this year. He's in a slump. He's like the Cleveland Indians, just like this ball's got the Cleveland Indians on it, and you know it's fitting. They can't hit. He can't hit. You know.
All right, Danny. Another question. What are some things that you're going to change for next year?
Well, next year I believe we might have as many as like 46 people in the tournament, and there's going to be 20 people playing. And also, the playoffs will remain the same, which would be the most exciting thing, and it's going to be pretty hard to improve on that. But there will be 20 people playing, but instead of 6 people getting eliminated, you're going to have 8 people getting eliminated. So the chances of getting in the playoffs through the into the next game through the lottery might be a little bit easier. Right now it's about a 30% chance. It might go up to close to 40% chance of getting in each game next year.
Anything else?
Yeah, so no, that should be it. We should have, we're going to have another crop of rookies in next year, so we'll have another Rookie of the Year award.
So any ideas on?
And we know some of the new players for next year. It's going to be real exciting. It's going to be Sean and Mandy. We heard they're fantastic players playing in our minor league system, and we have some more of the Halls, just amazing. Dennis and Cheryl Hall, and it just happens to be Brittany and Katie are also great players playing in the minor league system.
Now,
we hear they're doing.
Where are you getting the funds to pay the Jan Cura and the Limos to use their course?
So that was a live question. Okay. Yeah. Well, the abstract the Abstract Golf Association provides the funds for that, and we're very gracious to the Richard J. Cura and Connie J. Cura and Jim Malimo for letting us use their course. They really do a great job keeping up the grounds, and the wonderful obstacles on the course is just priceless.
I mean, you don't feel like you're taking advantage, especially of the Jan Curas, because you're in here just cutting your hair, makes food for you. You're always staying the night. It's like a hotel for you, and then you're digging holes in their yard. What do you got to say about that?
Well, like I said, it's give a little, take a little.
Hold your head down.
And,
See, I don't think Connie likes that.
It's like I said, give a little, take a little. Maybe sometimes it's give a little, take a lot, but it all works out in the end.